Woman brutally murdered. Merciless killing. First serial killer in London. Talk of the devil. Murder in Whitechapel. Woman brutally hacked to death. East End strikes again. Look at the paper cuttings. Can you decide what happened during the 18th and 19th century? Since the 18th century, since the newspaper was published, the most catchy or the most interesting crime was murder, petty theft, and robbery. In the 1888, a very famous person, we would call him famous because of one crime that he did back in the 18th century. The crime was murder. It was a serial murder. A series of women were killed in the same year, same month, brutally. So the following video that you'll be watching, if those of you who intend to skip, you may skip the video because the video contains a few scenes that were taken exactly during at that moment of time, how brutally the women were actually killed. So if you think that you have a soft heart and you're not able to see the video, you may skip the video, but you'll be able to see the beginning of the video, the actual victims of the murder. Now, who is Jack Ripper? Okay, so you would have thought who he is. He is actually a murderer. Okay, he is a serial killer. But how did he become so famous? Okay, so back in the 1888, this police force came about a very special and serious murder case, which was actually done by Jack Ripper. So they got shocked actually when they came across this type of murder because they have not seen such a very brutal and cruel way of killing a person. So they thought that it was done by him or it could be done by many people in using the same name. Okay, maybe it can be a duplicate. Maybe a few people called as Jack Ripper and then they do it at once. But no, this was one guy who was doing a series of killing. Okay, so they actually found 11 bodies, but in investigation, they were only able to prove that he murdered only 5 ladies, but actually it was 11. Okay, so how did he murder? Since we all know that he's a very cruel murderer, so how did he murder? So he used a knife, as you might guess from his name, okay, the word Ripper, okay, and slashing throats and bodies, sometimes to ribbons. So you know how fine is ribbons. So that is how he slashes human bodies and also slashes throat into thin, fine material. That is what he does. And he also mutilated women's genitals, made all kinds of incisions of their bodies. So because you guys are almost adults, I'm being very open here. He would actually puncture, okay, he would actually puncture, dislocate internal parts or organs of the women, okay, private areas of the woman, okay, such as the breast and such as the genitals. Okay, so here, when the police looked at how the crime was made, they thought it was very skillful. Skillful in the sense that his techniques were most likely like a doctorate techniques, like a surgeon. It was like a surgery, okay? It was like a surgery involved where they would take out organs, uterus, kidneys, okay, generally any parts of the body area. That's how he actually murdered people. So another interesting part about this guy Ripper, okay, he writes letters to the police officers. Okay, so how does he write the letters? He writes letters very openly to them, describing actually how he kills the women. Okay, so I'll read to you one of the letters. This is an original extract from a letter during the 1888. Okay, so I will read it now. As for the letters to police, quite a few of them claimed to be written by the Ripper. This is being said by a reporter. Okay, so now this is the letter. But the most famous of those was From Hell. So the letter that was written to the officer, the name or the title was From Hell. Okay, so police believed this letter was only one that was genuine. Okay, why was it genuine? Because the letter date, it was dated with the women's murder date. Okay, so it was on 15th October 1888. So this is how it went. To Mr. Lux, Sir, I send you half of the kidney I took from one woman, preserved it for you to other piece. I fried and ate it. It was very nice. I may send you the body and the bloody knife that I took it out, if you only wait a little longer. At the end of the letter, he signed it saying, Catch me when you can, Mr. Lux. So, do you think he is educated or not educated? A man who slices bodies, surgically correct, okay, surgically correct. But some of them say that he was not educated, he was a psychopath, he's a sick person. Okay, so can he be educated if he is a sick person? So we have well-educated person, we have uneducated person. Okay, take both stances. Okay, we both take both stances, and we can see that even an educated person can go nuts. Uneducated person even can go nuts. So what is the truth? Who is he? What is his identity? He has never revealed his identity. Even until now, no one has actually found who he is. You guys can go home later, okay, and check out as many as YouTube videos. There are so many YouTube videos about this guy Ripper. Okay, there are so many evidence, there are so many murder scenes, photographs, footage, and also documents that they have presented. Okay, please go and search if you guys are keen in this kind of cases. This is a very informational video. All right. So let's go to the next part of this lesson. Now we have come to the end of your topic. So there are so many things actually you can talk about Jack Ripper. So that's why I encourage you to take time, okay, like how you watch um, movies in Netflix in Astro. Take some time to go in YouTube and look for the serial killer Jack Ripper. There are so many interesting videos. You won't get bored because of the interactive tools that they are actually using, the interactive designs that they use in YouTube videos. It is very interesting. It's not boring at all. All right. So please look into Jack Ripper. You will find very, very interesting information about him, why he actually made this series of killing. Okay, what is his motive? All right, so what is the true story behind all this killing? Why did he target women? Okay, only women was targeted in his serial killing. So why? All these questions you can ask, and the answers are all in the YouTube videos there. Alright, just find the YouTube video that is the shortest. Okay, the shortest I saw that I browsed was about 5 minutes. Just go through a 5 minute video, and then if you see or if you think that he is actually quite interesting, then go deeper about him. Alright, so this is the questions that I want you to do about Jack the Ripper. So please write down these questions on your book or a piece of paper. Right? So the first question is, what do you think Jack Ripper is? Sorry, who do you think Jack Ripper is? So who is it, in your own opinion? Who is he? Well-educated man? Is he a doctor, perhaps? Because the way he cuts out organs or body parts. Okay? Assume. Just assume what is the answer. Number two, what do you think was Jack Ripper's motive? Now, for every crime that people commit, there is always a motive. Either it can be an itsy bitsy thing or can be a very major or crucial idea. Everything has a motive. So, what do you think would Jack Ripper's motive be for all the serial killing? All right, number three. Why do you think his crimes only involved women? His crimes only involved women. Why? Number four. Why did the police fail to identify and catch the Ripper? He is never caught. Yeah, people. Okay, he was never caught because the evidence was not enough during at that time, and also the police efficiency. Okay, so we can see in both areas police efficiency or knowledge and technology, and also the Ripper's cleverness. Okay, number five, in his letters to the police, he sounded very well educated, skillful, and brave. Why do you think he wrote letter to the police about the murders he did? So why do you think he would write a letter? Alright, so these days when people kill, do we write letters to the police? See, I've killed this person, this is how I killed, catch me if you can. Do we write this kind of letters? But he wrote, so why? What is the reason behind it? And lastly, you are going to draw a mind map on this topic. So the mind map is on your choice. It can be a fish, bubble, okay? Alright, so these are 6 questions. I want you to copy this down on a piece of paper or a book and then answer it. Make sure you give me long answers, not short answers. As for notes, you don't have any notes in the previous video or previous slides, so that's fine. The only thing you have to copy is question 1 and 6.